The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
Hello, and welcome to the February episode of TViva, a monthly program for finding out about all the wonderful things happening in Fall River this month. My name is Patti Rigo, and I'm the Executive Director of Viva Fall River, an organization that does just that, promotes all the great people and places and small businesses that make up this wonderful community. With me again, thankfully, is my lovely co-host, Ashley Okino, the Executive Director of the Fall River Arts and Culture Coalition, an open source member organization that advocates for artists, provides amazing opportunities, and also does some pretty dang nice murals. In addition to many other things.
Well, thank you.
Trying to as you can see, we're at a different table.
We are at a different table, yeah. This is
I'm just trying to
our bearings here.
Yeah, I'm trying to shake it up a little, but anyway.
Well, thanks for having me. Happy February.
Yeah, happy February. I mean,
a long February, right?
Well, one extra day, but I mean, talking about long months, January.
Right.
Whew,
yeah.
Didn't think I was going to make it. But, well, even though this is the shortest month technically of the year, it's also the sweetest. And we have a lot of really great events happening. And in fact, I can't believe I'm saying this, because ordinarily in the past, January, February are usually months that have a lot less events, but we've got a record-breaking number. We should have a record-breaking number of events on the events calendar. We have 2 full pages, 87 events, and we know we're going to be adding more. That is the new record, beating out last December. Wow. 87 in 29 days. And so as you probably can guess, there are multiple days where there's a lot going on. So I don't even want to.
And we can't cover all 87.
No, that's not going to happen, because this would be like an Oscars telecast at that point. But I don't want to waste a single second of this episode, because not only do we have some cool events, but you have a ton of great things going on that I want to make sure we cover. So. Well, of course, we have lots of Valentine's, celebrating love. But this year, I've noticed a really interesting trend that I can't quite figure out. But there's a lot of Galentine's Day events. Not a lot of Valentine's, but Galentine's. Sorry, fellas. It's all about the ladies this year. So just starting off over at the Viva Maker Shop on South Main Street, we're hosting a Galentine's Sip and Shop with What's Up Cupcake, who's the maker of some of the most delicious jumbo cupcakes in all of the South Coast, perhaps all of the land. The event is from 5 to 8, and that's a Friday night on the 9th of February. And we're going to have cupcakes. We're going to have some bubbly, cupcakes and sip and shop. And you can also order 6-packs, pre-order 6-packs of either regular or jumbo cupcakes. You just got to head over to the Facebook page on our website for the link to pre-order. You can choose to mix and match from 6 delicious, delectable flavors in any combination you want. And then there you go. Valentine's Day gift done.
Wonderful.
I know. I like to make it nice and easy.
Yeah, if anyone's wondering what to get Ashley,
Jumbo
size would be great.
You're my Galentine. You can be my Galentine.
Always.
Will you be my Galentine?
Always, Patty, always.
And then our friends at the SoCo Art Labs on Globe Street are hosting a Galentine's breakfast on Saturday the 10th from 10 to 1. And in addition to, of course, breakfast and painting and a selfie station, they're probably going to have a lot more, because I know those guys, they know how to throw a party. I mean, they've been doing a ton of great events. The cost is $40, and what's really wonderful is the proceeds from the event are going to go to help a woman who was recently diagnosed with breast cancer, so to help her through her journey. So if you're looking for a nice time and a nice way to give back, this is definitely should be on your list. Yeah. And then one more Galentine's event. This one is by More, the Moms of Real Estate. Love it. So it reminds me of gorgeous ladies of wrestling, but more. Yes. And this is at the Eagle Event Center on North Main, and this is Friday the 17th from 6 to 11. So you got to grab your gal pals and head out for dinner, dancing, and fun. And sometimes that's all you want to do is go dancing with your gals. So this is perfect, and the Eagle's a wonderful venue. Tickets are $35, and here again we have a nice little philanthropic bent to this. $10 of each ticket will go to the Women's Center in New Bedford, and the Women's Center helps women who are victims of sexual assault, domestic assault, and childhood trauma. So I love that people are not only They're not only celebrating love, but they're showing the love.
And they're giving it back.
And they're
great
giving it back.
acronym. Great acronym.
So of course, Valentine's Day is, we said, love's tokens of love and appreciation. So we definitely have some craft fairs we want to mention where you can get some great gifts. And there's also some DIY events where you can either make that perfect gift or maybe have like a special night out together, which is always fun. So starting off the month, we have the second annual Winter Craft Fair over at Santa Cristo Parish, which is on Columbia Street, and it's going to be in the from 9 to 3 on both February the 3rd, which is a Saturday, and February 4th in the Parish Hall. And so just so you can avoid panic shopping or CVS shopping on the 13th and 14th. No shade to CVS, but go here. I heard they're going to have a great turnout. People have been asking me about it for months now. So that's going to be fun. And then one that you don't see very often, this is really interesting. So it's a 4-week beginner stained glass workshop. It's on Tuesday nights starting on Tuesday the 6th. So every Tuesday for 4 weeks from 6 to 8 over at Craftiest Shop on Anawan. So she's been doing so many different events. I mean, run the gamut. I just did a fairy garden workshop there the other day. Had a blast.
That's awesome.
The cost for the class is $175, but remember that's 4 weeks. All materials are included, all the instruction, all the supplies, and you'll learn the techniques to create a Valentine's themed project. And there are 4 that you can choose from, which I think is really great.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Stained glass is such a great, once again, talk about an art material that is great for people that say, I can't draw.
Yes, exactly. Drawing is only one small piece of artistic talent.
It is. And so that's a great one.
Yeah. And so like I said, and we said last month too, she's got a ton of great events going on. And there's one I have to mention because it involves dogs. And you know how I feel about the pups.
Yep.
And this one is on Saturday the 24th of February from 11 to 2. And it's a doggy paw print art. So you bring your dog in, obviously, get a little paint on his paws, and he becomes his own little paw Picasso. I didn't even think I was going to say that before I said it, but isn't it great?
It is.
Picasso.
You're full of good ones today.
And it's only $10. $10, and I might just go to pet dogs. I'm not sure I'm going to bring my dog, but I'm going to just go.
Go and visit the other dogs. Oh, that's
and then there are a couple of paint and sip events or paint nights, whatever, Most of them are BYOB, so you can sip. The Greater Fall River Art Association is actually hosting 2 of them. One on Friday, February 9th at 7, or Saturday the 10th at 6. The subject is going to be an intertwined heart tree, which I saw the picture, it's beautiful. And it's $30 for non-members. Spaces are super limited, so if you're interested, you head over to their website or give them a call so you can get your ticket. And I also wanted to mention, and I wanted to tell you too, that the gallery is going to be open free to the public on the weekends starting on Saturdays at 5 and Sundays at 1. And this month they have a fiber art exhibit, which I'm very excited about.
And it was an open call, so I hope a lot of people
a lot of local fiber artists, yes. And they're also going to have artwork from the Durfee High School students, and that's going to be in the McGarvey Gallery. So, and that's going to be really fun.
2 great shows, 1 great location.
Yeah, and free.
And
one
free.
Great price.
Yep, 1 great price.
And later in the month at the Children's Museum, they're having a 21+ paint night fundraiser on Thursday the 29th, Leap Day, from 5 to 7. And the cost for that is $30. And that obviously goes to that wonderful organization. Such a gem, such a great place, especially in the wintertime when there are very few places to take your children.
Yep.
So. And then ending our craft rundown is a very special event at the Viva Maker Shop on South Main Street on Saturday, February 10th from 12 to 4. And it's a make-your-own Swiftie bracelet bar. And of course, I'm referring to Taylor Swift and the alphabet bracelets that her fans, aka Swifties, have made popular. And this is I was really delighted that that this is such good timing because the Super Bowl is the next day. And we all know that Taylor, her boyfriend, Taylor, is going to the Super Bowl, which is going to be fun. And this is an all ages event. The cost is only $7. Go and have some fun and make yourself a little Swifties bracelet for your bestie.
Fun. Yeah, bring some bracelets to the party.
Yeah, just Super Bowl.
Chips and dips and bracelets.
And then, so I know that a lot of people have different love languages, how they show their love or appreciation. And one of mine is absolutely food. Not necessarily cooking it, but definitely appreciating when somebody gives me some. And this month there are quite a few really interesting food events to highlight. Ones that I love the creativity that's been coming out lately. Some really different things. So on Friday, February 9th at 6:30, Casa dos Açores de Nova Inglaterra at 232 South Main Street is hosting Chef Jose Artur Cabral, who will be speaking about his book, The Art of Cooking with Love. And there will also be a cocktail tasting at the end, which sounds like a really fun night. And then our Galentine's event is right down the street, so you could do both of them and just spend your evening on South Main. The next day, on Saturday the 10th from 10 to 4, our friends at the Lafayette Durfee House on Cherry Street are hosting an introductory hearth cooking workshop with foodways historian Stacy Booth. And at this workshop, you can learn 18th century cooking techniques and prepare several recipes together using the cooking methods of roasting, baking, stewing, and frying. And then, of course, at the end, you get to eat. That's the most important of those techniques. And this is only open to 6 people because it really is a really intimate experience. They said it's really good for people who are 18th century reenactors. So if there are any of you out there who are like, I want to get into this, this is the time. The ticket price is $75, which is really, really a steal for such an interesting event. And you can get tickets on their Facebook page. On Sunday the 18th from 10 to 2, bring yourself a little pure imagination to Barrett's Ale House on North Main Street and attend the Wonka Brunch, which they're going to have a candy bar, which is not, when I first read it, I'm like, they're going to have a candy bar, but it's a bar with different candies. Yes, see how that can work? Sweet treats, a themed a la carte brunch menu, cocktails, mocktails, a kids buffet brunch. Jeez. They've been really coming out with some fun brunches. So please do go to their Facebook page or their website. They have different pricing that we don't have enough time to get into here, but it's definitely affordable. And then this is one that we're hosting at the Viva Maker Shop, and I hope you'll come. Friday the 23rd from 5 to 8, we're going to be hosting a sweetbread tasting event for the South Coast Snack Down, which is the 2nd annual Friendly Food Fright from Viva Fall River and New Bedford Food Tours to find out what South Coast bakery can claim sweetbread fame. Who has the best? Yep. So the competition goes on all month, and we absolutely need you, the viewers, to help us choose the winner. All you need to do is eat sweetbread. I mean,
okay.
Oh, and vote, of course.
Oh, okay.
But you can vote once a day, and if you go to nbfoodtours.com/snackdown, all one word, not smackdown, snackdown, and you can just vote for your favorite. There's about 24 different bakeries listed. New Bedford, Fall River, Fairhaven, and Swansea are represented. You can also write in somebody in case there's one that you forgot, but you cannot write in your VOVO. You cannot write in Vavo.
No people, just real.
We all know that Vavo makes the best sweetbread, but we got to give it to a bakery. Sorry, Vavo, we know you're the MVP. So. And last but never least, Portugalia Marketplace is hosting a very special meet and greet event on Thursday the 29th from 6 to 8 with social media star and cookbook author David Rodrigues. He's going to be signing his book, How to Cook Portuguese Stuff. Love the name. And he's taking photos, and it's going to be a great time. And I mean, every time at Portugalia is a feast for the senses.
Yeah, fun.
And then, if you're looking for a special night out, we have a couple other things we want to highlight. So on Saturday, February 10th at 7, head on over to Canned Heat Craft Beer on Ferry Street for a canned comedy clash. I've never seen this happen, so I love that this is like something like truly unique. 12 hilarious comedians fighting for the chance to win $750. General admission is $10, but there's also this really cool VIP roundtable experience. So grab 7 other friends, because it's for 8 people, for $150, and that will also, obviously, other than admission, a round of beer and a round of pizza and apps, and then laughing, using the laughter to burn off the calories.
Sure.
Laughter is the best.
So they're gonna compete with. I'm interested in what this is.
Oh, I know. Because usually you don't. I haven't seen a comedy competition.
Burns, laughs.
Is it a roast?
I don't. Oh,
is it Wiling Out?
Could it be?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. There you go. There you go.
Another idea. And then something of a different flavor on Sunday, February 25th, right at Bristol Community College, the Margaret L. Jackson Performing Arts Center, is the Fall River Symphony Orchestra's winter concert. This, of course, is their 99th season.
Amazing.
So they know how to do it. Tickets are, and this is at 3 p.m., tickets are $25 for adults or free for children and students, which is great because it's kind of, you want to expose them to different types of music, but having to pay for a child to sit through an orchestra, Yeah. Speaking of kids, winter break is coming, which is great for the kids. Us parents, though, we have to find all the things for these kids to do. So there are a ton of great things. There's a full day, week-long art camp over at Crafty-ish. Native American storytelling and crafts over at Heritage State Park on a couple different dates. So check the Viva Fall River calendar, or Heritage State Park calendar, of course, for those. And the Fall River Public Library, this month is one of their best programming months, in my opinion, because you've got the Chinese New Year celebration they do every year, which is just really awesome to learn about different cultures and to learn about what Chinese New Year is. And then also their Mardi Gras celebration, which is obviously kid-friendly. And it's super fun. And they've also just got a ton of great things planned for vacation week. So, you know, definitely make that one of your stops. And again, be sure to visit the Viva Fall River calendar, where we'll have all of them listed. And last but not least, of course, February is Black History Month, and Heritage State Park has some really incredible events that I wanted to be sure to mention. During school vacation week, again, from the 17th to the 25th of February, you can go on 3 different free scavenger hunts, who doesn't love a scavenger hunt, that put you on the path to discovering the people and stories that are the fabric of our community. So one of them is, do you know your Fall River Black history? One is find that African flag, and the other is textiles everywhere. So you have 3 to go on, there's 5 days in vacation, you do the math. And then on February 18th from 12 to 3, they are hosting a free African culture mask making event with the Greater Fall River Art Association. I love that collab. And that's gonna be based on the people and traditions of Fall River. So that's super fun. I love that, you know, that they're making tons of different events, not just one event for that special month. So
that's fantastic. Talk about so many things to do during
the
February school vacation break.
Yeah.
There's so many things to do in the city. That's great.
But again, like Ashley said at the beginning, we only scratched the surface here. So please do make sure to go to the Viva Fall River calendar or check out Facebook. And we've still got plenty of time to talk about arts, culture, and frac. So take it away, Ashley.
Let's talk about frac. Well, February is, again, another busy month for us at the Coalition. We have our monthly meeting that happens the second Monday of every month, and it's an open meeting. Everyone is invited to attend. We are virtual this month because it's chilly and it's dark out, and so go online. You have to get the link to register. So we are meeting on the 12th at 5 o'clock. So visit either the Viva calendar, FRAC's website, Eventbrite, social media. There's a lot of places you can find this link, but you'll need it for the Zoom link, so you can come and join us. I also want to make sure that everybody knows that on February 1st, our newest grant application opened to the Fall River community. So FRAC is very happy to have received some grant money from the Bristol County ARPA Fund, and what we're doing with that money is a variety of programs and projects, but we're kicking it off with grants. And so we have 10 grants to give away to Fall River creatives, and each grant will be up to $3,000. And so with that grant, there's a whole program built around it called a capacity building program. And so I think I wanted to just kind of break down with you what I mean by capacity building. I think it's such a
buzz term.
It's such a buzzy term, and it's such an art admin kind of or nonprofit admin term. But really, what we're saying at the end of the day is, if you are a creative person, you are a performer, a musician,
accountant,
a drag performer, an accountant who does theater on the side. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's not your day job. So I guess that's a good point. It doesn't matter if art's not your main source of income and it's not your day job. That's the whole point of what capacity building means. So by capacity building, we're saying that as a creative person, you're looking to grow your own professional practice, and you're looking to do it in a way that is sustainable and that you have a plan, like a really solid plan of what you're going to do financially, how much money you are going to make and take out of it, and what your practice costs, and all of the things that might come into play as you as a creative try to make a path for yourself in the world and really share the talents that you have. So with this creative grant that we have, grants for creatives that we have, the capacity building program, what you'll do is you will be working with staff from Assets for Artists, and Assets for Artists is an organization based out of Mass MoCA, which is a big contemporary art museum on the western side of the state. But Assets for Artists has been working across New England with creatives to help them build capacity, build their practice. How else could we define capacity? Would you?
I think it's like less, making art less of a hobby for yourself, and how do you? Because of course, many artists unfortunately have to have a full-time job, and so it's how do you, maybe you get to a point where you can make it less of a full-time job and art being more your full-time job. So I think that's what I kind of look at it as, is like, how do you figure out the business of art?
The business of art.
Yep.
Yep, and business sounds scary. Business sounds scary. But at the end of the day, what this program will do is you'll come out of it with a plan. It will be your business plan. You'll have creative goals for yourself, and you'll have coaches that will work with you along the way. So we'll kick off that application, or it's open now in February, and it closes on March 14th.
Okay.
So you have some time to apply.
6 weeks, yeah.
You have a little bit of time. And Assets for Artists will be coming to the FRAC February meeting, and they'll be available afterwards as well to answer any questions that you might have about the grant. But if you know anyone in the city who considers themselves a creative person and has a practice, do visit the FRAC website and absolutely check it out. $3,000 is quite substantial for someone who has a creative practice and is looking to kind of take it to the next level. So I do encourage you, again, to check that out. And one of the things I want to make sure I say, when we've talked about grants before in the past, we often mention that they are taxed. They are income. They are income at the end, But this grant will not be taxed.
Oh, wow.
Taxes are being taken care of with this one. So we have to thank Assets for Artists. They work with an organization called Midas Collective, and they are handling all the taxes. So you will receive the full $3,000.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. That's
I don't think I've ever heard of that
That's
before.
something very special, and something that I'm really pleased that FRAC can offer with Assets for Artists. So we will also have additional programs and workshops available to the whole community, not just the 10 people who received the grants, and those will be coming up, and I'll absolutely make sure I give you those dates and
Opportunities
information.
for all.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely. And so as we talk about workshops coming up, I want to remind everyone that FRAC is continuing our partnership with Bristol Community College, specifically the Grimshaw Gidowitz Gallery and its director Kathleen Hancock. And Kathleen will be offering 4 free workshops that will kick off on February 20th. Each week on Tuesday we will be meeting at 5:30, and we'll have different topics. The 20th will kick off with Introduction to Gallery Management. On February 27th we'll do Concept to Installation. On March 5th, we'll talk about marketing and promotion. And on March 12th, we'll talk about professional development, such as artist statements or portfolios or proposals you might have.
That one's super interesting.
And so again, these are really professional development for creative folks. You don't have to be a visual artist to take advantage of what Kathleen will be sharing during these workshops. And they will be held at the Ignition Space, which is now at 44 Troy Street. And so again, visit FRAC's website, visit Viva. You can get this information pretty much anywhere, really anywhere. And you can also get more information. You're welcome to visit us at Troy Street during our operating hours, and staff are there to talk about it with you as well. And so also happening at the Ignition Space. So you'd mentioned that one of the nights there's quite a bit going on South Main Street. Well, Troy Street and South Main Street are very close to each other, so you can hit up multiple things. There was the art of cooking. There was the Casa dos Açores. There's the Galentine's event at my place. I mean, February 9th is going to be a big one. It's a busy one. But I'm definitely going to hit this before I hit the other one. There's enough time. All the events are spaced out that you can literally, it is. They all are 5 minutes away. So the event that I'm talking about on the 9th is the world premiere of Dad's Home, which is our short little documentary film that was put together by videographer Lee Francois from FGX Studios right here in Fall River. And it's just showcasing a little bit of behind the scenes of how that mural on Pearl Street garage came to be. And we have delicious popcorn provided by Incognito. Thank you so much for being a sponsor and supporter of arts and culture in the city. So at 5:30 on Friday, February 9th, we'll be at 44 Troy Street for the world premiere.
Yes, that's super exciting. And it's a great place to show videos, because I just had an event 2 weeks ago. We figured out the Bluetooth sound. I forgot to tell you that. There you go. But no, it's a great place, and it was really cool to be seeing films in Fall River, and especially ones that were made, specifically about something that you've done here. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a fun night out. Again, probably 5 minutes from your house, because everything is. Yeah, and Troy Street is if you haven't stopped by and visited us, we're open on Fridays in the evening starting at 4, and we're open on Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 3. It's a really cool space. Gretchen Rosado's exhibition is still on view, and it will be on view until February 16th.
16th, and so isn't Zachary Muirner's spray graffiti exhibition, which is in our kind of side gallery that we have there as well. So both are still on view, but Gretchen will be back with a new workshop, Print for Print. So as you talked about a little bit of doing a little bit something for yourself and having an experience with someone else, well, Print for Print is a great opportunity to do so. So Grishelle and Justin DeGrade will be offering this workshop on Saturday, February 10th from 3 to 5 at the Ignition Space, and it's a printmaking workshop.
That's super fun.
Yeah, and you can come and you can do prints with your friends and celebrate and share, but you just have to visit her website, which you can find all of that information again through FRAC. But we love to see when our artists, her exhibition's great, but the fact that there's been these really fun workshops associated with it as well, I think just adds another level for her to meet people in the community.
It's opening up another kind of art to people, printmaking, which is just, linoleum
again, easy
cutting.
art.
Yeah.
Easy art.
And again, this day, you could go to this and go to the Swifties bracelet bars and just spend your Saturday making.
Which one would I do first? I guess you would do the Swiftie bracelet bar first.
Get your bracelet first.
And I would load up my arm first before going to the print.
And then I would go and make a Taylor Swift themed print for my bag.
Love it.
I know, right?
Love it.
Just in time for the Super Bowl.
Always just in time.
No, this is great. This is another one. You always surprise me with at least one thing, and this one I saw, and I think this is so great, and I think it's even cooler that they are, two artists back to back, with shows, and they're collaborating together. So I love that.
Yep, it's
Super
awesome
fun.
stuff. It's awesome stuff. And so I mentioned her exhibition is up until February 16th, and we're going to have a closing reception that night too. Yeah. And if it's anything like the opening reception, it was quite a party.
I'm going to have to check that out.
So you will have to come check it out. Yes. So do come visit us at the Ignition Space. And as I mentioned at the beginning of my little segment here, our FRAC meeting happens the second Monday of every month. We're virtual for February, but back in person in March, right here at Bristol Community College.
Look at that.
Yep.
Okay.
So and if you happen to have a cultural organization or just a space in the city and you're interested in hosting a FRAC meeting, reach out to us. We would love to come and
let's go on field trips.
We love to go on field trips, and it's a great way to show your space and what you do to
invite some new people in.
Yep.
And it's great.
Yep, always. So.
And we're very good guests.
We are.
We clean up after ourselves, and
we're very polite.
We don't stay too long. We know how to do. But thank you, Ashley. That's amazing. I can't wait to hear what's going on next month. But so again, we did as much as we could in this short period of time. But thank you for always keeping an eye on Viva Fall River's event calendar, the #1 event calendar for Fall River events. Also, please do always remember we have our newsletters. Ashley's is monthly. Hers just came out. Great January newsletter. And Viva's comes out weekly. You can sign up for both of those on the vivafallriver.com homepage. And I just want to tell everybody, get out there this month. Fall in love with Fall River in a way you never have before. And until then, Viva Fall River.